Welcome to the Drive-In Movie Podcast.
Now playing Send Help.
Bro.
That
movie. Oh, wait. This is the podcast where we go watch a blockbuster movie.
And then immediately come to our car to film a podcast. No professional equipment, just some internet mics, some minimal lights if we need it.
Right. And this is the best podcast this side of the Mississippi. I don't know if you knew that or not.
I did not know that.
It just came in, actually.
Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know there was a poll.
I
knew we were the best podcast in this parking lot.
Right.
But I didn't know about this side of the Mississippi. That's pretty
I
impressive.
asked my mom, both my sisters, your mom, your wife. They all said we're the best podcast this side of the Mississippi.
That's pretty crazy.
So, yeah.
Congratulations, Michael. Congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations,
yeah,
Berkan.
Yeah, definitely. Wow.
Okay, so we will get into the movie Send Help at the end of the episode, so that if you haven't seen the movie yet, you can watch the beginning part of this, have fun with us, talk about some unrelated stuff.
Yeah, we're going to go through one bit of Hollywood news. We're going to go through some games. We have some things to address from last episode, our One Piece update. But we're buzzing right now.
Dude, I am reeling from that ending.
Yeah,
no spoilers yet.
Yeah, we're reeling from the movie. We just watched Michael just watched the Super Mario Galaxy trailer for the first time.
Should we talk about that first? Though?
Yeah, let's go into Super Mario Galaxy.
Okay, I just watched the new Super Mario Galaxy trailer,
the Yoshi trailer
with the Yoshi. It's so cute.
It's so good. Dude, I never this is the most confidence I've ever had in the Mario film franchise. I know it's only we've only seen one movie and now we're just getting the second one, but I feel like that one trailer gave me more hype than the entire first film.
I would agree with you, actually. I wasn't that hyped for the first film. I kind of just thought it's going to be whatever.
You know, it's fine. It made money. I was like, it is what it is.
To me, it felt the same as when they made the Garfield movie, where I was like, okay, I know this franchise. It's, it seems almost like a cash grab. But that trailer, they paid a lot of respect to the games.
So many Easter eggs.
So many. Almost the entire trailer is just Easter egg.
It literally is Easter egg. It's Super Mario Odyssey and Super Mario Galaxy. You have Yoshi, you have Baby Mario, you have Baby Luigi, you have Birdo, you have freaking Mauser, you have so many Nintendo 64 references, all the old Mario games.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The game mechanics featured and they show off in this trailer is so much fun.
Yeah. And even the motorcycles, the desert level, the fire flowers, the jumping on the head
It's crazy because I walked out of the first Mario movie and I was like, that movie was fine. I just really think Mario fans would be happy with it because I was like, oh, they did a lot that was paying respect to the old games. And I feel like in this one trailer alone, they did more than the first movie. So I'm really hyped.
I think we have officially entered the age of video game renditions.
Finally, doing well too.
Exactly, because before they tried it in the past. Is rendition the right word?
Yeah, rendition. I think so.
Okay. What's the word?
Adaptation.
Adaptation. That's the word I'm looking for. We are in the age of video game adaptations. Because they tried it in the past and it always flopped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now every time they're making a video game adaptation, they seem to be doing not just well, but they seem to be performing better than almost anything else. Well, I mean, the Last of Us TV series, the Witcher TV series won a bunch of accolades.
Yeah, that one's a little bit going downhill.
The Fallout series, though, is going on right now. They're in the middle of season 2, and it's great, in my opinion. At least a 9 out of 10. Season 1 was definitely 9 out of 10 on pretty much everyone's scale. Season 2 seems to be doing really well, too. I haven't heard a lot about it other than what I'm watching. I haven't seen it on my feed or anything.
I think the problem with these adaptations before is that they were afraid to make it like the original. Everyone was like, I need to have my own spin on these characters. They need to have different looks. They need to be cooler. They need to be different stories. I think people were afraid to just remake the original, but now they're realizing, okay, it's okay if they look the same.
Right.
It's okay if they have the same costume. It's okay if they have these game features. It's all okay. And now we're finally benefiting off it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It actually, the more you pay respect to the source material, the better the movie actually is. In the Minecraft movie, I mean, a lot of stuff is pretty true to the actual game, except for the fact that you can basically craft whatever just by throwing items in a crafting table. They made water bucket nunchucks or something like that.
Something like that.
They made a chicken nugget launcher. They did make some items that weren't in the game, but other than that, a lot of it, you were like, oh, that's just like how I built my first base,
Exactly.
So
exactly. I'm just, like I said, though, with the Super Mario Galaxy movie, I'm so excited, and I'm a little bit of a prediction here. It might be the best animated film box office wise of all time, because the first movie, like we said, was kind of mid, and it was $1 billion movie. If this movie is great and it's Mario,
Yep.
and it holds the Super Mario Galaxy name, easy money.
I don't even
Easy
think,
money.
I think that's a really good prediction because the first movie cracked $1 billion. I think it's in the top 5 highest grossing animated films of all time.
It might be, yeah.
Okay, we've done the top 5 highest grossing animated movies before, like on this
And
podcast.
we seem to have not learned.
But I think that movie was on the list.
Yeah.
And you know, Inside Out 2 was a Pixar sequel, and it outperformed the first one.
Animated sequels tend to
So-
do better than the original.
Yeah.
That's just a fact. Zootopia 2 way outperformed the first
Yeah.
Zootopia.
The second Spider-Verse movie might have done better.
Way
than the first one,
outperformed
too.
Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. When it comes to sequels, animated sequels tend to do better than
Right.
the original.
And sometimes they actually are better than the original. I mean, Shrek 2 is the classic example of a sequel that's better than the original movie.
I think How to Train Dragon 2 is better than How to Train Dragon.
I think you're probably right on that
Yeah.
one. I do think that one, you know, it might be dealer's choice. You might have to flip a coin because I also think the first one is
pretty fantastic.
Exactly. So they're competitive at least, you know. But it's definitely not the case where like the second one is way worse than the first one. You know?
Yeah, I agree. Well, while we're talking about animated movies, I'm going to jump ahead, but it's just we're falling right into the grasp of it, and I feel like we need to talk about it.
No worries.
Last week, you made a couple of statements. You first started off by saying Treasure Planet was trash, and then you said Over the Hedge is one of the top greatest animated films of all time. Can I see this iPad real quick?
Sure. Okay, sure.
Yeah, I'm just diving right into this.
Here you go.
I'm just diving right into this. I believe you said Over the Hedge is a top 50 animated film of all time.
I said I was willing to go on the record.
You're willing to go on record.
I was willing to go on the record that.
Okay, yeah. I made a list of 50 animated movies better than Over the Hedge. This isn't even top 50. This is in no particular order. This is just 50 animated movies that are better than Over the Hedge, and I want to see how well you disagree with me. Ready?
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, Iron Giant, Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, The Incredibles, Monsters, Inc., Finding Nemo, Shrek, Shrek 2, Madagascar, Kung Fu Panda 2, Emperor's New Groove, The Wild Robot, The Lion King, Coco, Wall-E, Ratatouille, How to Train Your Dragon 2, Spirited Away, Fantastic Mr. Fox, The Lego Movie, The Lego Batman Movie, Aladdin, Zootopia, Frozen, Puss in Boots: The Last Witch, The Prince of Egypt, The Little Mermaid, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, Atlantis, Cars, The SpongeBob Movie, The Simpsons Movie, Brother Bear, Megamind, The Road to El Dorado, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Scooby-Doo Zombie Island, The Land Before Time, The Mitchells vs. Machines, Lilo and Stitch, Soul Elemental, Beauty and the Beast, a Goofy movie, and at number 50, just to add in a movie that I know you won't argue, Coraline.
It's a pretty good list.
Yeah, it is a pretty good list.
It's a pretty
Top
good
50 of all. Those are so many movies I haven't even seen that are probably better than some of those.
Okay, I will say that Over the Hedge is at least competitive with some of those movies.
Some of them, but better, I don't know.
It's at least competitive, and I think it's subjective. You know, there are some movies on there that I wouldn't have put over the Hedge, but I can understand why you would or why anyone would. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying that, you know, my top 50 has to be the same as your top 50. But what I am saying is that some of those movies, I could have easily switched out Over the Hedge for them, and it would have still been a fine list.
Yeah, but I'm willing to bet the movies you probably would have switched out for are like Toy Story 2 or Toy Story 3, and I don't think anyone would agree with that.
I think you could switch out for one of the Toy Story movies. I don't think all 4 Toy Story movies are better than Over the Hedge.
Movies.
Okay. You put at least a couple of them, though.
I put 3. I did put 3.
And I know you put a couple of these in here just because you knew I wouldn't argue with them. Like, you put the Iron Giant on here.
Well, I actually agree with that, though.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, good. Because that's one of the movies that I made you rewatch for our friendship. In the same way that you made me rewatch Treasure Planet.
Yes.
I said, dude, for our friendship, you have to watch the Iron Giant.
Yeah,
you haven't seen it since you were 6.
No, I'd never seen the Iron Giant.
Oh, okay.
You hadn't seen Treasure Planet since you were 6.
Right. What else? I mean, like, Madagascar, as good of a movie as it is, I think I could have switched it out for Over the Hedge because they're kind of competitive. They're both DreamWorks movies. They're both funny. They're both about animals. But
Madagascar has is iconic. Like, it's iconic. Like, I agree with you. Madagascar could go toe to toe, but like, I was like, I mean, even legacy speaking wise, like Madagascar is a whole franchise, and it's because of how great the first movie is. Right. I think Over the Hedge is better than the rest of the Madagascar franchise. Maybe not the first. But
Madagascar 1 to Over the Hedge, I think, could be competitive. You know what I mean? Because also just the level of A-list celebrities in the cast too. I mean, I think you could go toe to toe, you know, go aspect for aspect, and a lot of them you're going, which one of these did better than the other? I think it's tough to say. It might be a toss-up a little bit. So yeah, because Madagascar has more like brand recognition almost, and like you said, a franchise and a legacy, I think most people would probably go Madagascar. But if Over the Hedge ended up the DreamWorks movie with the franchise,
I do agree. Over the Hedge is incredibly underrated because I was thinking about this. So many better movies got franchises.
Yeah.
Over the Hedge didn't even get a spinoff.
I know.
Not even a spinoff.
I know.
So that's kind of crazy.
They didn't have like a straight to DVD sequel.
Nothing.
Maybe
like,
they didn't.
Everything got a straight to DVD sequel back then.
Yeah.
Everything.
Are we sure that Over the Hedge didn't?
I don't think Over the Hedge did.
Should I Google it?
Yeah. Look up if Over the Hedge got any sequels.
Okay.
I really don't think it did.
I'll be real fast.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Google. And yeah, I just want to point out.
Hold on. I'm doing voice.
Oh, you're doing a voice thing.
Does Over the Hedge have a sequel? This way I don't have to type it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Over the Hedge does not have a theatrical movie sequel. While a sequel was considered by DreamWorks Animation after the 2006 film's release, it was ultimately canceled. So they did think about it.
Yeah, and then they canceled it.
Right.
They made so many things just for the heck of it, but they're like, Over the Hedge? Nah.
I know.
It's crazy.
But you at least admit that it is underrated.
Yeah, I said.
Okay.
I said Over the Hedge was treasure.
Yeah.
I want to make that clear. I said it was treasure, meaning I very much enjoy Over the Hedge.
Yeah.
I just didn't think it was deserving of a top 50. I may give you top 100. We talked about that last too.
Could you agree that it is at least debatably in the top 50?
Towards the end of that list, it got hard.
Okay, so even if it's not in your top 50, you could respect it being in someone's top 50.
Yes.
Okay.
I could.
I think we can come to an understanding on that.
Now, can we come to an understanding on Treasure Planet?
Yeah. Okay.
You watch Treasure Planet? I've been getting so many messages about people wanting an update on whether or not you've seen Treasure Planet.
I know. And if you hear the sirens, sorry.
Yeah, we are in a parking lot. Like I said, this is Drive Movie Podcast. This is just what we do.
Yeah. Okay. I want to speak directly to the Treasure Planet fans here.
Go ahead. Look into the camera.
I was unfamiliar with your game. I'm sorry. Listen, in my defense, it's a 2002 movie. It's a 2002 movie. I was born in 1998.
So much history.
I saw it basically on the edge of my sentience.
They say Disney did not want that movie to be successful.
I know, and I'll get into that in a little bit. And so, in short, it's a little bit Disney's fault, but
I saw Treasure Planet multiple times in theaters.
Okay. Oh,
I loved it.
Nice.
Yeah.
The first movie I saw multiple times in theaters was Paul Blart Mall Cop. So I saw that 3 times in theaters. So for our friendship, I rewatched Treasure Planet, and I gotta say,
you know what? Clink.
I went into it with a lot of bias. I went into it going, well, everyone's telling me I gotta watch this now. I'm gonna fucking hate this movie. You know, I went into it like with a specific mindset. And the longer the movie went on, like at first I was like, okay, the world's cool, but that's about it. I mean, okay. Space hoverboards, space pirates.
A great opening. Great opening sequence. Jim, I was like, I want to be Jim.
Yeah. I mean, pirates, spaceships, hoverboards, treasure maps.
No BS character tropes.
Yeah. Aliens. I mean, you gotta give it credit.
Mentorship.
It is sick.
It's so sick. The exploding treasure planet at the end.
Okay, but
hold on. Call back. Oh,
hold on. I'm getting into it, but I'm giving you my walkthrough of my watching experience. So I'm watching. I'm going, whatever. It's got a cool world, but that's about it. Then the longer it goes on, I'm like, I like a couple of these characters, but not all of them. You know what I mean? I'm like, these characters are bad, but some of them I like. And then the longer the movie goes on, the more I'm like, okay, actually, I like most of these characters, but some of them I don't. The world is sick, but I mean, the story is whatever. And then, they crash land, and then, they do a little swap for the treasure map. Not swap, but there's there's a betrayal going on. There's like a treasure hunt. There's like they're kind of like double crossing each other.
There's romance, the unexpected romance.
And then by the end of the movie, when he's like hoverboarding to save the pirate ship off of the exploding planet, I am on the edge of my seat going, oh no.
It's just so good. I mean, like I said, it's unexpected. Like, you expect Jim to have like a love interest, whatever. You expect maybe that Dr. Nerdy guy to fall in love with Jim's mom. No, they're just friends. They're just friends. He falls in love with a badass like pirate captain or admiral captain.
I will say,
so good.
Even by the end of the movie, though, my biggest complaint about the movie is that I don't think Dilbert is funny. I think maybe the comedy is dated, or it was for children or something. But when he's going, go Dilbert, I'm like, it's cringe at this point.
It's 2000. It's early 2000s.
It's early 2000s humor.
It's not a perfect movie. The beauty on why people love Treasure Planet so much is because it does have a lot of strengths. Yeah. It's not a perfect film, but it's so moldable. It has so much potential, and it was just wasted. It's untapped. The merch that could come out of Treasure Planet, untapped. The sequels that could have been, untapped. The live action, like I said, it is one of the few anime movies I'm begging to be remade.
I do think the strongest aspect of Treasure Planet is the world building and just the world in general. I do think that it has some weaknesses story-wise, but just a couple, and let me get into that. I am not a huge fan of the fact that the treasure map just kind of falls into Jim's lap.
Okay.
Like there's just a shipwreck, and some turtle guy goes, here's a treasure map to the exact thing that you've been looking for since you were a kid. And for some reason, Jim's the only one who knows how to open it, coincidentally. They don't even explain it. He just happens to know how to open it. And then also, I don't love the fact that he kind of just runs into this robot who knows exactly where the treasure is.
He didn't just run into it.
It's a whole planet. It's a whole planet, and the robot's just there. Like, that'd be like if we crash landed on Earth, and the robot happened to be in Russia, right?
Yeah, but you're on a journey. So, okay, say the robot is in Russia, right? And you're in a journey to get, what's a country near Russia?
What, like Mongolia?
Yeah, and you're trying to get to Mongolia or whatever. You know, actually, better perspective. You're in Russia. You're trying to get to Alaska. You're going the other way, right? Uh-huh. You're in Russia. When you're on course to Alaska, and you find the robot near the end of Russia towards Alaska, because that's where the robot was going. It's not that unlikely. They were on course. They found it on course.
But how unlikely is it that you crash land in the right area of the planet for the robot to find you?
It's all about scale. We don't know how big that planet was.
I guess not.
But I do say there was a missed storyline opportunity. If Treasure Planet was ever adapted into live action, I would have focused and molded a part of the story on Jim's father, because I do think it's something that's never really addressed.
Yeah.
There's no big reveal of his father's connection to the pirates or whatever. I think it would have been really interesting if that's maybe why that crab alien guy knew to come find Jim, if there was some type of connection there. It's just kind of open ending. I still think it'd be really interesting if they had John Silver. I can't remember his actual name, but the cyborg.
Yeah.
If they had him actually have a connection, like maybe he killed his father, that'd be kind of interesting. There's so many that's what I would want in a live action Treasure Planet. I would like them to take a step further, make it a little bit darker, because the story is asking for it.
Yeah. I do like John Silver as a character. He grew on me. I thought it was the dumbest thing where I was like, oh, well, we all know that he's actually the bad guy. But then the more I thought about it, the more I was like, it's not even really a plot twist. They want us to already know about it. That just is the plot. It's not supposed to be a twist.
Yeah.
Right. I like his development, right? That he grows to love Jim. I like, Jim as a character. I like the captain the actual captain, not John's, not John Silver, but
I know.
Whatever her name is. And dude, I love his mom. I mean, if I was his dad, I wouldn't have left.
Yeah, fair. Fair. Underrated mom of the Disney universe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I need her bad.
Yeah, she can get it. She can.
Anyway, so
it looks like my wife, actually.
Uh-oh. Okay, scratch that. Cut that. Never mind. I didn't say nothing. So I would like to officially say I'm switching my trash to a treasure on Treasure Planet.
And you know what?
What?
Because of that, I'm still here.
I also want to say,
great soundtrack.
Not part of the reason why I like the movie so much, but I do really appreciate the impact it had on so many people. People were in our comment sections going, this has been my favorite movie since I was a kid. This resonated with me on personal levels. I have a tattoo of this movie. Someone said this was me and my mom's dance song at my wedding.
I love that. Yeah.
I think that this movie, I don't think that there's just a fandom around this movie. I think this movie means so much to so many people that they relate to each other on a personal level with this movie as their common ground. And so I think that that's something that the movie does really well, is that it almost builds a community and speaks to people. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it really resonates with them. And I think that's all. I think that's beautiful, honestly.
I love this. I love this so much.
Anyway,
I feel vindicated.
That's me eating crow, I guess. But to be fair, it had been 20 plus years since I'd seen the movie. Yeah. But I also said something. I guess we already talked about the Over the Hedge thing.
Yeah,
a lot of people had comments though. Do you
I'm adding Treasure Planet to the list now.
to
the 50 list.
the 50.
I kept it out of respect, but now I'm adding it. So
Okay.
51 movies.
I'm gonna read a couple of comments that people left on our 2 takes from last episode.
Okay.
All right, just to
Cool.
shout some people out, just so that y'all can add to the conversation here. It's not just me and Berkan yapping at each other. As far as Over the Hedge goes, Keen's Curio said the soundtrack is amazing. Ben Folds went hard. Absolutely agree. That end credit song has been stuck in my head since the movie came out.
I don't remember the soundtrack for Over the Hedge.
It's "Rockin' the Suburbs" by Ben Folds.
Okay.
Is like one of the best songs on the soundtrack. Is the end credit song.
Okay.
I would sing it, but I don't want to get copyrighted.
Bang.
Infamous Ugly Guy, nice username, on TikTok
Cool.
said, "Dude, nah, definitely top 10. I might put it top 3." He said. You listed 50 movies that you think are better than Over the Hedge. This guy, at least in the top 10, maybe top 3.
I was willing to say it could be in top 50. I'm not willing to say it's a top 3 film of all time. I did see somebody immediately whip out their letterbox and be like, nah, man, I've always been on this hill.
I saw that too.
I was like, God, I'm cooked.
You gotta respect it.
I'm cooked.
You gotta respect it.
He had Over
They were
the
like,
Hedge with Across the Spider-Verse and others. I was like, oh my God.
They were like, I'm
so
not making
cooked.
this up. They're like,
Yeah, it
he's
wasn't
I've
like
been a fan. I've been a documented card-carrying fan.
yeah, it wasn't like, oh, you're just saying that, and then like
Yeah.
hours later, he like made a letterbox thing. No, he like responded to a reply in seconds. Like, no, I
Right.
had the screenshot ready to go.
You gotta respect it.
Crazy.
I said that Over the Hedge had an original story. Trips_327 said original. Ocean's 11, Sly Cooper, and Over the Hedge all have similar plot lines. Brother, Ocean's 11 and Over the Hedge? They're just, I mean, they both pull off a heist, I guess.
Heist movies. In a way, you could say Avengers Endgame is the same as Over the Hedge.
Not
Time
even
heist,
close. Sly Cooper,
neighborhood heist.
Sly Cooper at least has 2 aspects that's similar to Over the Hedge, in that they're pulling off heists and there's a raccoon involved. But I mean, as far as the rest of the plot goes, no, it's not the same. Let's see. City Girl JD said, I watch Over the Hedge once a year.
I don't believe you.
Oh,
I don't believe
well,
you.
you can ask her because we actually know her.
I don't believe you, City Girl JD. I don't believe you.
You should text her. You see who that is?
I know who that is. I know the username. I don't need a picture. I know who that is. I don't believe you. You're lying. You're lying through your teeth, and you know it.
All right. Let's see. Do we want to read any of these from? Oh, I should read this one about Treasure Planet because this goes into what you were talking about.
Okay.
About Disney trying to bury the movie.
Okay. Yeah. Hit us with some lore.
Okay. Christian Adamsick on TikTok said, I'm not seeing anyone say it, so I'll be the one to do so. Disney executives wanted to be done with 2D animation, so they did not advertise Treasure Planet nor Atlantis. And because of this, it bombed at the box office. Those 2 movies are pinnacles of 2D animation.
They're very well animated.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you don't like our 2D animation? Well, let me just give you this peak masterpiece, back to back, bang.
I wonder why go through the trouble of even making a movie if you're just going to bury it?
I mean, like, I think there was a level of, like, it's time to evolve. And to be honest, like, it didn't evolve until, like, 10 years later. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, we got, like, the 3D animation stuff, but it didn't really, like, bury 2D until 2010, probably.
Yeah. Okay, I've kind of mentioned all the rest of these in passing too.
Okay.
So, yeah, thank you guys for leaving your comments. Also, if you guys, I mean, like, if you guys want us to, mention any more of your takes, be sure to send them to us, and
always
we'll read them.
Always, you can DM us, you can comment, just send us your takes,
right?
Your hot takes.
Okay.
Your hot takes.
Okay, and now we're getting to the part where Now we're getting to the part that everyone's been waiting for.
Yes.
Berkan and I are now on episode 30 of One Piece.
Technically, we're on episode 31.
Right. We've watched episode 30 of One Piece.
Yep. I have a confession to make.
What's that?
I put off watching One Piece for like the last week and a half. So Michael and I, we skipped a weekend episode because I had to go to LA for the Wonder Man premiere.
And also, Winter Storm Fern. The entire state was frozen over.
Yeah, we could not leave our car. Like, this is the first day I've left my house. And I had so much time to watch One Piece, and I just didn't. And so last night at 11 p.m., I started episode 20, and I went all the way until I got to 30.
Nice.
And I did not stop.
Okay.
I woke up very sleepy today.
Do you want to start then on your review of the past 10 episodes?
I want to say a comment on Luffy.
Okay.
Luffy is a master rage baiter. This dude's whole strategy is I'm going to watch you fight the enemy first, and then after you fought, I'm going to go in when he's tired, rage bait him, make him sloppy, and then fight him myself. That is Luffy's entire strategy, and I respect the hell out of it.
So you're saying he's not fighting anyone clean?
No,
He's not giving anyone a fair fight.
no. He goes in. He either waits for a reason for them to piss him off, and he's like, okay, that's my reason. He never starts the fight. He's never the first person to fight. He waits and he watches and he studies and he's smart. He is smart.
Interesting.
Luffy's good.
I feel like there might have been one person that he threw hands on like immediately though.
I don't think there was.
I think someone said something one time in one of the episodes and he was like, I don't fuck with that at all. And then just socked him in the face.
Maybe.
I
But
can't remember now. But
I was just noticing a lot in like this past episode where he just like, he stood like when the pirate chefs, the chef pirates were all just like standing around talking, and the I can't remember the Karg.
Oh, Craig.
When Craig comes in, they're talking, and Luffy's in the back. He's just like making comments, but he's not really like looking to fight. Like he's going to fight with them, but he's in the back, right? He's not like he's easily the strongest one, but he's not gonna be in the front and be like, yeah, let me just take care of all these guys. He waits, and then 3 episodes later, he starts talking to them, rage baiting them, and then he fights.
Right.
It's crazy.
I think, yeah. But you know what? There's a little bit of strategy to that, which I respect because honestly, let me say this first. I love this arc.
Yeah, this was a great arc.
This is the best arc by far, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This was
the
the first
Barat arc? Is that what it's
Barat-
called?
Barati?
Barati arc?
I don't know. Yeah. But this was the first arc that I was like, oh, I'm starting to get it.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get the hype behind this show.
There was one moment where I was like, okay, this will still lose me every single time they do this. When they're like 4 episodes into the arc, and then they introduce a random bad guy and then beat the random bad guy. Like when Pearl came, I was like, I'm done.
Yeah,
you guys lost me.
Pearl, I think, was the weak part of this arc, but Gin,
I was like, why? Why was Pearl necessary?
But Gin was cool. Dude.
Gin was good from beginning, middle, end.
Yes.
I loved his development.
Dude, and I was saying this because, again, I'm watching every episode on Patreon, reacting to every episode in their entirety on Patreon. I was saying this when I was watching the episode, that I did not want Gin to die. I want to see more of him. I want to see a redemption arc from him. You know, he's got a checkered past, but everything I've seen Gin in, I'm like, this is a good character.
Yeah, and now we're set up for that, too, for him to come back.
Yeah, they're like, he's a murderer. He's a bad dude. He follows Don Craig, like, instinctively. But then we see him, like, at his lowest when he's starving. He gets fed by Sanji. By the way, love Sanji.
Sanji's great.
I didn't like Usopp when he was first introduced because, again, liar, coward, worships deadbeat dad. But Sanji from the start loved him.
Yeah.
You know, oh my God, his backstory with Zeph.
Yeah.
It nearly brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah, Zeph is really cool.
Zeph, cool character.
All of them are so cool.
So many cool characters. And okay, Sanji, Gin, Zeph,
Hawkeye. They brought the Avengers into One Piece.
Hawkeye. Don Craig as a villain.
Don Craig was okay.
He's the best one though so far.
He was fine.
In my opinion, as a villain, he's better than the pirate lady that we first saw.
Yes.
Captain Axehand.
Buggy.
Buggy, I think he's funny. I don't think he's a good villain.
I think he will be.
Captain Kuro, unless you think
Captain Kuro, no.
So
Captain
Don
Kuro.
Craig is the best villain yet, at least.
Don Craig had a little bit of like, he keeps like yapping a little bit, but it wasn't as bad this time.
Right.
They improved it. I will say, Hawkeye, I don't consider Hawkeye a villain.
Okay.
By any means.
No, I don't think so either.
Hawkeye and Zoro's fight, I was like, this is my peak level of hype.
Oh my God.
This is my peak level of hype. I'm locked in. First of all, I love the Zoro backstory.
Yeah.
I love the Zoro backstory.
Oh, me too, dude.
Beautiful episode.
Yes.
Beautiful episode. I love that fight, and I love that Hawkeye is so masterful. He hurts him just enough to where he's lost a lot of blood. He's not going to die.
Right.
And I believe it. I was like, there's no... Some people may be like, there's no way Zoro could survive that. No, this man can cut up galleons with a sword. He knows exactly how to cut somebody to not hurt them.
Yo, we're talking about the best swordsman in the world.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really like his theme, too. I like the Dracula vampire theme of him.
And I loved how he's like... Sorry if I'm interrupting. I loved how he's like, I want you to beat me.
Yeah.
But you're not ready.
Yeah.
And I was like, initially, I was like, why are we doing this so early? Why are we doing this before in the first 30 episodes?
Okay.
But now we see how far off he is, and it's a whole journey.
Yes,
we can
yes.
go on
Now,
with Zoro.
now we know where he needs to get to.
Yes.
So now, as we're watching Zoro's arc, we'll always be able to compare him to Hawkeye and be like, "You're getting better,"
Yes.
but we know where you need to be.
Oh,
Because
yes.
until this point, every time Zoro and Luffy have gotten in a fight, they've won, and a lot of times they've been a lot stronger than the people that they're fighting or something. So like when I said this before, but when Luffy and Zoro showed up to Django and the Black Cat Pirates before Captain Crow got there, my first thought was, y'all are fucked. Now that we've seen Zoro versus Hawkeye, we know that there are people stronger than Luffy and Zoro.
Yeah.
Dude, that entire fight filled with honor and mutual respect.
So good.
And just like the swordsman creed, you know what I mean? Where he's like, stabs in the back are a swordsman's, what is it?
Scars on the back. He's like, dude, he turns to face him. He's like, I don't want, don't. He's
right.
like, no.
Not a stab in the back. That's dishonorable. That's like, yeah.
He's like, I'm facing this.
Yes.
Oh,
loved it.
Loved it. I have my first One Piece theory.
What's that?
My first actual One Piece
I was about to say,
theory.
this is your second
My first
one.
actual One Piece theory. I don't know if they'll ever come back to it, but it probably is like, it's probably a wasted theory.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember the girl's name.
Nami?
No, not Nami. Oh, I hate Nami. Not Nami.
The swordsman.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't remember
the
her name.
swordswoman.
The swordswoman.
Right.
I can't remember her name. It's going to bother me. It starts with a K.
Okay.
Do you think she actually offed herself?
Oh. No
because
idea.
she couldn't. I was like, is that what happened? Because she...
after her and Zoro,
she just happened to accidentally die right after she found out that she could never be the greatest swordswoman.
It was giving Bridge to Terabithia to me.
Yeah.
I don't think that she would offer herself right after that conversation with Zoro, where they just made that agreement. One of us has to become the best swords person in the world. That seems like such strange timing.
So exactly. So it is strange timing. So to me, it's like either she offed herself,
okay,
or foul play.
Ooh, foul play.
Yeah. Do we think there's any chance her father killed her, and then later on we're going to get a storyline where Zoro comes after the father? I think that'd be, ooh.
That's also a good theory.
Ooh.
It's way too soon for me to be guessing at all.
Oh, no. Listen, I'm One Piece fans. It's a great thing. You have me theorizing.
Yeah.
That's a great sign.
I will say, I don't know if I can say that I'm hooked yet, but I will say
it's closer.
I'm getting there.
Can I tell you one thing?
What's that?
I love that we're watching One Piece for the first time together.
I think
fun. That's really cool. This is fun.
Yeah.
This is fun. I like this. If I was doing this alone, I probably wouldn't be as into it.
I don't know if anyone else has had like the honor of having this experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you and your buddy are on a watch schedule of One Piece, with each other at the same time. Yeah.
And it's not like, I know we're only watching 10 episodes a week right now, but like I think like we have something that's gonna like last. Like we have something that's gonna keep us bonded for such a long time. Not that we needed it. So really, I mean, I want to thank everyone here. You guys all followed us because Michael said for every follower he's gonna watch an episode of One Piece. You guys all followed us. We literally grew over 20,000 followers, and now we're in this for life.
Yeah,
literally in this for life.
And they knew they were doing us a favor.
Yeah, and it's like, thank you guys for this gift. Yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying, like, seeing our journey.
That's the thing too, is if we watched the show faster, we wouldn't be able to go in depth like we're doing for each of these episodes. If we watched 50 episodes a week, we'd be like, okay, what happened? This and then this and this, and then we have to keep going.
And listen, I said I would be fried. Because like I said, I had to binge the 10 episodes last night because it's like I had to watch all of Wonder Man. I went to LA for Wonder Man. Then it's like you have Game of Thrones, you have Shrinking. There's so many like things like you have to consume. You have to go watch movies and press screenings. It's a lot. It's really hard to just sit down and binge. Like once you become like a movie TV content creator, you actually lose the ability to just binge a show because there's so much you have to cover.
Right.
So like it's tough, but I'm really enjoying this the spoonful I'm getting each week.
Yeah. I will say at this point, I like Luffy. I think he's a bit of a one-dimensional character. I really like Zoro. I really like Sanji. Usopp is growing on me. What is going on with Nami?
Nami sucks. I hate Nami. You guys are all ride or die every time we talk bad about Nami.
Okay.
Why?
Something's going on with her though. There's a mystery there. You saw her with the poster.
Yeah, is it somebody who's like, oh, that person actually like wronged Nami?
Something is going on.
Is that person the reason why she hates pirates so much, or she wants to catch pirates, or she's a thief?
Yeah.
Eve?
I am withholding judgment, but I mean, she sucks right now.
Yeah, this sucks. I'm like, I'm never gonna trust this character.
There's so much room to grow. Like it's like Zuko, you know? There's so much room to grow. He starts off, he sucks. He's hunting the main character. He's yelling at his cool uncle. By the end of the show, you love him.
But what has like Zuko was cool though, but like what does Nami have to offer right now?
Right now. We're 30 episodes in
Out of
to
1100.
Yeah, we're 30 episodes into an 1100 episode show.
That's true. That's true.
I am withholding judgment right now, but as of right now, she sucks.
She sucks. Okay.
Okay. Do you want to play a game, Berkan?
Let's play some games.
Okay.
Do you want to go first or shall I go first?
You should go first, maybe.
I should go first? Okay.
Okay.
Let me. So the
Do you have
game,
a
Michael,
list?
we're gonna play
Okay.
is 60 seconds. You have to name a character. You have to name the character I'm thinking of in 60 seconds.
Okay.
So you have to be strategic about the questions you ask because you have to get to the character.
Oh, is it like a yes or no, like 20 questions
Yeah.
type deal? Okay.
Yeah.
In
Except
60
you have
seconds.
60 seconds.
Okay. Do you want me to pull up a timer?
Yes, you need to pull up a timer.
I need to pull up a timer.
Yeah. Well, you have the stopwatch.
Okay.
I'll take the iPad from you
Okay.
and I'll hold it. Okay. I have the character in my brain,
Okay.
and we're gonna see if you can get it. In
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Is the character live action?
Yes.
Is it from a movie?
Yes.
Okay. Is this a movie that we've talked about together?
Probably.
Okay. Was this movie made in the last 10 years?
No.
Okay. Live action. Is it a Disney movie?
It is now.
It is now. Oh, is it a Star Wars movie?
Yes.
Okay. Is it from the original trilogy?
No.
Is it from the prequel?
Yes.
Okay. Is it a Jedi?
No.
Is it the Emperor?
No.
Is it Darth Vader?
No.
Is it Anakin Skywalker?
No.
Is it Count Dooku?
No.
Do they have a lightsaber?
No.
Oh my god. Fuck. Is it Padme?
No.
Is it a man?
Technically.
Technically, is it C-3PO?
No. 20 seconds.
Is it R2-D2?
No.
Is it a droid?
No.
Is it an alien?
Technically.
Technically.
Yes.
Okay, is it Jar Jar Binks?
Yes.
Oh!
12 seconds left. Let's go.
Nice!
Bang.
Oh
Good
man,
game.
that was
Good
fun.
game.
That was
Good
fun.
game.
Okay, is that the one character? Or-
That's the one
okay.
character. Do you want to? Do you have a character in mind? Do you want me to try to go?
No, but I might think of one. I do
Okay.
have a different game for you though.
Okay.
Do you want to play a different game?
Yeah, I'll play a different game.
I'm calling this game Budget Box Office.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you've been wanting to play this for a while.
I know. I have a list of movies here. I have a list of 4 movies. Maybe we'll get to all of them. Maybe we won't.
Okay.
And I want you to first guess the budget of this movie,
Okay.
and then I want you to guess the box office of this movie.
Okay.
Okay. So the first movie is Avatar 2:
Okay.
Way of Water, not the most recent one.
Ooh. Okay.
So first, I want you to guess the budget for this movie.
This is hard because Avatar movies are kind of a collective budget. They were filmed Avatar: Way of Water and Fire and Ash, and some of even Avatar 4 at the same time. So the budget is crazy. I remember this movie had to make like $2 billion to break even. I think the budget is $1.4 billion.
Wow. But you're guessing for like 4 movies combined, basically.
Right,
is
because
1.4
it's
million.
yeah. But I specifically remember they saying they needed like $2 billion to break even when Avatar: Way of Water was coming
Okay,
out.
I will say that the budgets and the box offices for these movies are from Wikipedia.
Okay.
So I don't know if these are the actual numbers.
Yeah, great start.
this-
Starting with Wikipedia.
I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good source.
No, it's not.
Wikipedia.
They taught you in elementary school not to use a Wikipedia.
Yeah, but they were lying to us.
were they?
They were lying to us.
Okay. You know what sucks?
That's when the internet was new, and they were like, everything on the internet is a lie.
I slightly feel bad because Wikipedia has commented on some of my videos before. So I
Yeah.
know there's a potential that Wikipedia is watching this. I'm sorry, Wikipedia. I still love you.
I am a huge proponent for Wikipedia, and I believe in them 100%.
Okay. Well, tell me. Let's get to the Wikipedia
Okay.
results.
So the budget for Avatar 2: Way of Water was $350 million.
Yeah, there's no way.
No, but you were kind of close, honestly. If you think about all 4, if you're saying they made all 4 movies basically at the same time. 3 movies.
Yeah.
Okay, $1.4 billion you're saying.
Yeah.
What is that?
I was
So,
like 200 million off.
I guess so. If you divide by 3. Right.
Well, okay, that's like more like if it's like 300 something, right?
I think you were closer than you think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because you were combining multiple movies. So how much do you think Avatar 2: Way of Water made in box office?
It was 2.2 billion.
Very close. 2.3 billion. Very close.
Dang. Well, it's in the top 5. So there's only
Right.
so like high. There's only so high it can be.
I know.
It can only be so high.
But it did succeed. Okay. Now, speaking of sequels, how much do you think Wicked for Good cost to make?
Oh, See, that's another interesting thing because they filmed Wicked for Good the same time as they filmed Wicked.
Okay.
So really, like, Wicked for Good was bonus change.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna guess 200 million.
Ooh, 150 million.
That was my guess.
Not
too.
far off.
Yeah.
Now, how much do you think Wicked for Good made in the box office?
700 million. 600.
Ooh.
650.
It only made 523 million.
That's a bummer.
They still made a bunch of money though.
They still made
You're
a bunch of
looking
money.
at the profit.
Wicked for Good was bonus.
Right.
So not too bad.
You would think that a movie as big as that, like with that name recognition, you would think that they'd make
well,
a billion.
it's kind of crazy because like you could say the movie's budget was 300 million and then the movie made 600 million. And you're like, oh my god, that's 300 million in bonus or profit. But that's usually not the case because you also have to consider the millions and millions of marketing money that it gets put into the movie.
And
so there's a budget of making the movie and then there's a total budget when it's all said and done.
Gotcha. Some of these budgets I do think include the marketing budget.
Okay.
I don't know if they all do.
Gotcha.
Again, this is based on Wikipedia.
Gotcha.
Okay. How much do you think we talked about this movie a lot and your predictions for how much money this movie was going to make? So, did I say that right? Did I say how much money this movie was going to make?
I think.
Okay. Well, you had a lot of predictions about how much money this movie was going to make, so I want to see how close you actually came to the truth. How much do you think Fantastic Four First Steps cost to make?
190.
You're not too far off. $230 million.
Okay.
Now, how much money do you think they made on this?
It didn't make $1 billion.
No, you thought that there was a good chance that it would.
I thought it could.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with 830.
You want to guess again?
6.
You want to guess again?
4.
It made $521
Okay.
million. It made like $500 million.
That's crazy.
I wonder what the executives were planning.
God, I don't want to know how much Thunderbolts
because
made.
they were marketing Fantastic Four like crazy. I wonder if they were expecting $1 billion from this movie.
I thought it could.
Right.
I definitely thought it could. That's a bummer. I wonder if it came coming out after Superman and then direct comparison. I wonder if that bit in the butt a little bit.
I know, because we were also talking about which movie we thought would make more money.
I thought it would be Fantastic Four, to be honest.
Right. Well, speaking of which, this movie came out at the same time. How much money do you think it cost to make Superman?
I would like to get one of these right. 150 million.
Mm-mm.
Higher?
It cost very similar to Fantastic Four First Steps.
Okay, so 220, 200,
225.
225.
Right.
Okay.
It costs almost exactly the same as Fantastic
Okay.
Four.
Now, Superman's interesting. I know Superman. I think it's 500 something. I want to say like 570.
Okay. So Fantastic Four First Steps made $521 million.
Yes.
You think Superman made $570?
Yes.
It made even more. It made $617 million.
Okay.
Box office.
Okay. So I said 517 million because I remember there's a lot of discourse about, oh, Superman didn't make $1 billion. And then I remember James Gunn being like, no, 500 million is still a success for this movie. Like, this is still a success. Like, $500,000 is great. They profited. So, like, that's why the 500 million was in my head because I remember the headlines of saying, like, this is a good thing.
Yeah.
So 617 isn't bad. I would have also thought Superman would have made it close to $1 billion because it's Superman.
I think they thought both of those movies were going to make more, but maybe the fact that they came out at the same time, maybe there was competition.
Maybe people chose.
Because combined, it is over $1 billion. These two movies combined is over.
It could be.
Now, I do want to point out, Superman cost less to make than Fantastic Four.
Yes.
And made more.
Yes.
So that could mean that Marvel's on its way out and DC's on its way in.
Yeah, Marvel's not on its way out. This year they have Spider-Man Brand New Day and Avengers Doomsday.
All right, I'm just looking at the numbers.
If Spider-Man Brand New Day and Avengers Doomsday, if both those movies don't make $1 billion, the comics can think of a punishment for me. I'm dead serious. Like there's absolutely no way. Okay. But I'm not going to accept this punishment unless you're following.
Okay.
I'll only accept a follower's punishment.
Comment a punishment for Berkan, and then when Spider-Man comes out and when Avengers Endgame comes out,
Doomsday.
We'll see. Both of them have to make $1 billion.
Both of them have to make $1 billion each.
Okay.
Not combined, each.
Well, that'll be fun. Well, that's my game, Berkan.
Now, I will say I may bite myself in the butt a little bit because Spider-Man Brand New Day isn't even getting an IMAX release because of the Odyssey. Uh-huh. So I may be a little bit screwed, but we'll see.
You've already locked yourself in, dude.
Can Avengers Doomsday make up the difference?
No.
Dang.
You locked yourself in.
Okay, fine. I'm locked in.
You made your bed, now lay in it.
All right. Again, you have to follow for me to do your punishment.
Okay. I forgot to mention this when we were talking about.
I want to add one thing.
What's that?
I'm not shaving my head though, because the Escape Pod boys, they just did that. Alex, I love you. I'm proud of you. Congratulations, boys, on 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Congratulations.
Nice.
But I'm not shaving my head as a punishment because I'm not copying them.
Don't you get a plaque for 100K?
They will get a plaque for 100K.
Congrats on your plaque, you guys.
They should.
That's so cool. I forgot to mention this when we were talking about Treasure Planet and Over the Hedge, but I did a poll on Instagram for our followers to find out which is objectively the better movie. Because in the last episode,
All good.
in the last episode, you liked Treasure Planet more than I did, and I liked Over the Hedge more than you did.
Right.
So I went to Instagram. I asked our followers which is objectively the better movie,
And of course, Treasure Planet won.
well, let me pull up the results.
If I had to guess, it was probably 60-30. 65-35.
Uh-oh. I've been logged out, but I remember what the results were. So, the results were 39%
Over the Hedge.
Over the Hedge.
Yeah, there it is.
61%
There it is.
Treasure Planet.
There it
So,
is.
about 40-60. Not as close as I would have liked it to have been.
No.
But I do, now having rewatched Treasure Planet, I do understand where the love is coming
And
from.
I just want to point out, I noticed a lot of close friends and family members of Michael voting yes for Over the Hedge. So really, it should have been a bigger gap.
I have no idea what you're implying right now.
I think you texted everybody to go vote Over the Hedge because I looked at the results. I specifically remember seeing a lot of people we know voting for Over the Hedge right after one another.
That is
And I was like, how does that happen?
that is an absurd accusation. And I would assume that you have some sort of evidence to back that up.
The statistical probability that everyone you know and love voted at the exact same time
Circumstantial
is
evidence.
so low.
Circumstantial evidence.
Did you or did you not do
It
it?
does. I plead the fifth. You cannot force me to incriminate myself.
Pizza Hut.
I did. I did ask them to vote for Over the Hedge. However, we now definitively know that Treasure Planet is better than Over the Hedge. And if you guys would like to contribute to future polls, follow us so that you can help decide which movie is objectively better in our future polls.
Nice.
Let's see. Now, having gone through all that, should we talk about Send Help?
Let's talk about Send Help. I'm
Let's talk
so
about-
happy right now.
Oh my god, this movie surprised me.
How many Michaels are you giving Send Help?
I didn't think I would be saying this, but out of 10 Michaels, I'm giving it 8.
Bang. A part of me kind of wants to give it 9. I think I'm at 8.5 Michaels.
It is better than I thought it was going to be.
You know, I'm committing.
9
It's
Michaels.
January. 9 Michaels. I'm
Send-
giving it 9 Michaels. Good job, Hollywood. January, banger after banger. Good job, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Rachel McAdams,
So good.
you are amazing.
How did they make Rachel McAdams, who's so hot, not hot?
Only for
It's
the
so believable.
only for the first part of the movie.
Yeah, the last 30 seconds, I was like, there she is.
I do really appreciate the choice to make her like she glue
Gross.
on the island.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like she was in her element when she
Yeah.
was stranded, and you could see the glow up. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I think that was a really good stylistic choice to show that she was thriving. You know what I mean?
She was. This movie, the way it like works, and obviously at this point, we wait till the movie officially comes
Heavy
out.
spoilers.
Even
Yeah.
if we watch the movie early, sometimes not this case. We literally just walked out of the theater.
Yeah.
Because we're iced in, so we couldn't go to the press screening.
Right.
But typically, we wait for the release weekend. So when when this episode releases, a good chunk of you have seen the movie.
Mhm.
The choice for the twist at the end, to where she is like assumingly in charge of the whole company that treated her so badly, because they already established at the beginning that she's really the only one who's making things work. So naturally, when Dylan O'Brien is gone, the Allstate guy is going to be like, well, there's only one character who knows, and it's Linda, whatever her last name is. That choice, because I was like, is she this lonely that she'd rather be lonely on an island? Like, she has things that she loves. Like, I didn't believe that the character would leave the bird.
Oh.
But then they remind you, her job is strategy and planning. So she's like, we have to wait just long enough for me to easily take this man out.
Oh, I didn't think that she was planning that far ahead. I thought she was literally just so lonely that she was now in a situation where someone was forced to be with her.
No, she planned ahead, because why else would she go back?
I think it's a little bit ambiguous Because she was saying "I love you" to the character. She was saying "I love you" to
But
Dylan.
she knew he was gonna betray her.
But she could have easily killed him at any point and gone and taken his place. She didn't even have to save him at the very beginning.
I guess not. That could be like the one movie's flaw. It's like, what was the point then?
Oh no,
But-
I still thought that she was clearly desperate.
Yeah.
I think she was establishing that she was so lonely because also her coworkers. She tried to get in on that karaoke night.
You know what? Then her plan is. Then her plan was like, okay, we either fall in love, and we go back, and I have a partner, or that's probably what she was waiting for. She was probably waiting to see, is he worth saving or not.
I think she really wanted to stay on the island. She was thriving there.
But like, then why would she go back?
Oh, because she didn't have a choice because then the guy tried to kill her. I think she was literally going to try staying on the island forever with him, but then she saw the bullhorn missing and was like, he's lying to me. He's still trying to kill me. I can never trust this guy. She was so desperate, so willing to have someone in her life that she would sacrifice everything. Because she said multiple times, she's like, there's nothing for us back there.
Yeah, that's true.
She had that line, there's nothing for us. What she meant is there's nothing for me back there.
That's true.
You know?
Regardless, fantastic movie. So good. The comedic points when need to be comedic, so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, suspense
hilarious.
was great.
Yeah.
The premise was great. I'm a little, as somebody who already had anxiety on flights, I'm a little bit terrified to fly now because I'm like, why did this plane combust in midair? There was no explanation, so now I feel like it can happen to anybody.
Y'all, the early 2000s is back. We're bringing back Sam Raimi. We're bringing back projects that involved plane crashes on tropical islands.
Yeah.
See Lost.
Yeah.
Rachel
McAdams is thriving.
Yeah. Right. Rachel McAdams thriving. It's
Survivor.
Oh
thriving.
yes, that's it. That Survivor. Yep.
As soon as Survivor came out, I was like, Michael's locked in.
Dude, I love Survivor.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, Michael's locked in.
Jeff Probst, put me on season 51 of Survivor. That's my toxic trait, is thinking that if you put me in Rachel McAdams' position, I would thrive.
Yeah, actually, if you survived on an island, do you think you actually would be able to thrive like Rachel McAdams?
Logically, no. But emotionally, I'm like, I could figure it out.
See, okay,
that's my toxic trait, and I totally admit that. I totally know that I would die first day. But part of me is like, you know, like,
if we were in a plane crash and we were stranded on an island, just you and I,
yeah.
I think you would be Rachel McAdams' character and I would be Dylan O'Brien. And I'm a little bit scared to admit that I don't know if the story would go much differently.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think that if we were stranded together, we would work things out?
I don't know.
You think that we would butt heads to the point that one of us had to kill each other?
I think I would be so frustrated that I don't think I would think clearly. And my decisions wouldn't be because I don't love you or I hate you. My decisions would purely be because I'm losing my mind and I'm going insane.
Okay. I will keep that in mind for when we are stuck on a tropical island. I won't hold it against you.
Okay.
I'll be like, Berkan warned me this would happen.
I did tell you.
And he told me that it's not his fault.
You just have to remember that I love you.
Right.
This isn't personal by any means. Yeah. This is I'm going insane.
I'm
losing my mind. And honestly, you may need to just off me.
Well, thanks for the warning. This movie was gross to the point of comedy. Like when she killed the boar. And there's just snot spraying straight in her face.
This movie is you can watch the movie in 3D.
Yeah.
They totally made this movie to be watched in 3D. I kind of wish we did watch it in 3D.
When she was poisoned and she's puking straight onto Dylan O'Brien's face. You know?
Crazy. When she has mud all over, that's just brownie mix.
When
I saw an interview that's just brownie mix.
Oh, yummy.
So I was like, she's probably really enjoying that.
When they pull out like a chunk of her head.
Oh.
And like and Dylan O'Brien like jams his thumb in her eye.
Yeah.
It's gross to the point of comedy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I have a complaint about this movie.
What's that?
What happened to her bird? Like, I know the bird survived, but like when she was gone for like presumably months.
I know.
Did the bird die and she just get a new bird?
I have no idea.
Because she's so lonely. Who's gonna take care of her bird?
I was thinking the same thing.
It really, I'm concerned.
I do appreciate too that like they did a 180 where Rachel McAdams starts as this totally pitiful character, and then by the end of the movie, she is the bad guy. Yeah. She's a straight up murderer.
I was thinking like during that final sequence, I was like, who am I supposed to root for?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I was like, I don't know who's right.
I think they did that really well because Dylan O'Brien is an asshole.
Yeah.
But he's an asshole.
Yeah.
That's it. Rachel McAdams is a straight up murderer.
Yeah.
And psychopath.
And honestly, his choices, if she tried to save them, I don't think he would have made those choices. Like his choices were out of frustration of she's going to let us die here.
Yeah.
She's not trying to get saved. And we need to get saved.
Yeah.
And I think that was like, it was out of frustration. Like, yes, he's a terrible boss, but I don't think he was just his decisions were because he was a terrible person. I think it was like, it's either I do this and survive or I don't survive.
Right.
And he didn't survive.
Right.
But I mean, like, he loses his fiance. Like, they had multiple opportunities to be saved, and she let them go.
It is interesting at the end, like, you look back and you're like, he was kind of right about several things.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they were on an island that had a way out the entire time. There's literally a mansion on the island. She saw people, did nothing. Help came, she killed the help, you know? Like, he was suggesting building a raft. She completely shut it down. He was suggesting building a raft, making a sign, building a bonfire. She shut down all those ideas. And in fact, she had the ability to do those things. And you know that because first of all, she mentions the knots. And then second of all, that's actually how she got found, was building a raft and going out there. So it's like, looking back, even though he was an asshole, he was right a lot of the time.
Yeah.
She was the villain, technically.
If they found the mansion early on together,
Mhm.
do you think he would have let her live in the mansion?
What do you mean? Live in the mansion?
Like, yeah, do you think he would have been like, okay, well, this mansion's mine. You can be out there.
She wasn't so far gone yet. Like, if they'd found the mansion together, I think she would have been upset, but she wasn't crazy yet. Well, she was a little bit. She was
because she saw the people. She's like, not yet.
I know.
She accepted like, I'm not gonna ask for help yet. We're
Yeah.
gonna stay longer, and then she found them.
But if he was there, I don't think she was at the point of murder yet. I think she kept digging in. I think that was the first choice where she started digging. But I think if he was there, because she didn't before that point, she hadn't lied or hidden anything from him. Right. Like that, because also she got the knife after that.
That's true.
Also, I do appreciate the knife. They literally did a Chekhov's gun. Do you know what Chekhov's gun is?
It's a social experiment, right?
No. Chekhov was a playwright. He was a Russian playwright, and he has this rule that if there is a gun in the scene, like in Act 1, it has to be used by Act 3, right?
Okay.
You can't just have a gun and never use it.
Right. Okay.
It's the same thing when they introduce the knife, and they keep like focusing on the knife. There's several shots where it's like
it has to be used.
It's either like on her hip in sight, or it's like the centerpiece. Like you constantly see the knife, and you're waiting the entire movie. You're like, at some point, someone is gonna get stabbed by that knife. Did you feel that?
I felt actually something a little bit different. Like, I knew the knife was in play, but like when the knife was first introduced, I was like, okay, that makes sense. She like, at first I was like, oh, maybe she built the knife and she's lying. Like, oh, and then like, oh, maybe the knife did like wash ashore. And then I was thinking, like, every time they showed the knife, I noticed like a different detail about it. I was like, this knife is so nice. I was like, okay, maybe she did just find it on the shore. And I was like, what are the chances? I was like, would that knife be on a plane? And I was like, this doesn't make sense. And then the reveal happened where she got the knife. I was like perfectly in line with that storyline throughout. And I thought that was brilliantly done.
Yeah.
So good.
I definitely think that the knife was an interesting aspect. And I appreciate how intentional it was.
Yeah.
You know? All said, like, I was expecting this movie to be mid. I loved it. I mean, I noticed by
January
the end,
movie. You expect January movies to just be okay.
Yeah. I noticed by the end you were
I was locked in.
You were sitting forward, leaning forward, like hands on your chin on your hand.
Yeah.
You know?
Nine Michaels. I was locked in.
Right.
I was locked in. This movie was very well done.
Guys, go see Send Help. This isn't even sponsored or paid or anything.
No.
Go see Send Help.
Yeah, go see Send Help for sure.
All right.
I think that's our episode.
That's all I wanted to talk about.
Well, you guys know where to find us at the Drive-In Movie Pod. Patreon. Michael's reacting to One Piece episodes every single week. All 10 episodes he's watching.
Yep.
Thank you for doing
10
that,
episodes
by the
a
way.
week, posting my
On
reactions
Patreon.
to all of those episodes in full on Patreon.
Yeah, and be sure to leave a review. Follow us on all platforms.
Right. We will be doing more polls on our Instagram story, so be sure to follow so you can contribute to those polls so we can find out which movies are objectively better.
Yeah, and we got some interesting movies coming up. We have GOAT. We have Crime 101. We have Wuthering Heights. Like, there's some great movies coming out.
Wuthering Heights.
Wuthering Heights.
Yeah. What else? If you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, be sure to rate 5 stars. You can also leave a comment on there, follow on there. Listening on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. Again, leave us comments anywhere, and if they're good, we'll read them on here, because we don't want this to just be a conversation between me and Berkan.
Yeah.
We want this to be a conversation.
You're
between
part of
all
the drive-in.
us.
You're in the car with us.
Right.
Yeah. And with that, thank you guys so much for driving in with us.
Thanks for driving in with us, guys.
Bye.